We've gotten so far away from simple expressions. We've gotten so complicated. We see things as difficult, complex. If we only return back to kind of like simple geometric forms, like the circle and the square, and the diagonal of a square, that we can maybe come to some of the fundamental units and the origins of thought and of expression. So, what I want to talk about is the square root of 2, which is the diagonal of a square. The square with 1 on each side. The diagonal is the square root of 2. Now this square root of 2 is an irrational number. The closest expression in whole numbers is 3 over 2. In other words, 1.5, or shalem v'hetzi, whole and a half. Starting from Abulafia and onward, the whole and a half is the greatest expression of wholeness. It takes its whole, adds a half, and that's its wholeness. In a certain sense, that's what we have when we have the word Yah. Yud and a Hey. That Yud is 10 and the Hey is 5. That's the half. So the combination is 15, and we have the Yud and the Hey. That's a fuller expression of Yud itself. That Hey is the feminine, which is half. Here, the Hey is half of the Yud, which is very reminiscent of how Adam, the side of Adam, was Eve, who was taken out of Adam. So this half that was taken out of Adam, Adam was whole, the Yud, the half was taken out, that's the Hey, and when it comes together again, it's the Yud Hey, which is a shalem, a wholeness of Adam and Eve in one, and then a half, which was Eve herself. So the unit of a full man is really a whole and a half. This is the irrational number of the square root of 2 as a more specific thing, but it's 3 over 2 as the diagonal line. The diagonal line in the square is the shalem v'hetzi. That diagonal line, when it's extirpated from the square, becomes the line of the Aleph. The center line of the Aleph the center line of the Aleph, which is a Vav. So in the Aleph we have a Yud on top, a Yud on the bottom, and a Vav in the middle. That Vav is the square root of 2. Is the shalem v'hetzi of the square itself, and how the square is transposed into normative life. this line is a longer line than the side. So even though the side looks complete, shalem, to really be complete it needs the hetzi, the extra, the en plus, the more than what's apparent. This vav in between shows the split in the yud, because everything goes into two and then it connects. It connects the split within the yud itself. So it's the principle of shalem v'hetzi in the middle that heals the split within the yud, that gives the apparentness of that there's a split in the yud to above and below. There really isn't. There's only mayim, but we have the appearance of, there's only mayim, but we have the appearance of mayim. We have the appearance of above and below. But to heal that split, we need the shalem v'hetzi. We need the hetzi. We need the add-on. The perfect shalem v'hetzi, especially from the aleph, is that take the aleph as a yud on top, that's 10, a yud on the bottom, that's another 10, that's 20, and the vav in the middle, that's 26. If we use that as the shalem and then take the hetzi, we have another 13. 13, which is also echad. That 13 plus the 26 gives us 39. Those are the 39 labors that are used in building the Mishkan. Those are the 39 prohibitions of the Shabbos, of those labors that built the Mishkan. That's all from, so the perfection of even the aleph is 26, but what else is 26? Yud Kei Vav Kei. Yud Kei Vav Kei is 26. To be perfected needs its hetzi, which is 13, the 13 attributes of mercy. Also the echad number itself, aleph, het, dalet. And then with that 26, the Yud Kei Vav Kei plus 13, that's 39. The limits of 40 minus 1 and all the stripes and the wrappings of the tzitzis. 7, 8, 11, 13. This great number of 39 is the shalem v'hetzi of 26 and of Yud Kei Vav Kei itself. That you need more, you need the 13. 13th letter is the letter Mem, which by Atbash is Yud. The perfect example of the Yud, because everything comes out of this Yud, this drop. The 40 of the 40 prohibitions, and that's why they call it 39 plus 1. The Mem as this letter of mercy, of water. So the Shalem, this is all shown in the diagonal line of the Aleph itself. The Pythagorean Jewish mystery of the square root of 2, which we will call 3/2 for simplification, to keep it rational. But the 3/2 is the whole plus 1/2. 2/2, whole plus 1/2, 1/2. That's the perfection of the whole. So even when you think you have perfection, you have need of the other half, which is shown in the diagonal line of the Aleph itself, and shows its beauty, even though one thinks that a vertical line is this real vision of perfection and wholeness. And in Arabic it's written as a vertical line, the Aleph. But there's something greater than this vertical line. What's greater is the diagonal approach. So when you think you're thinking straight, think diagonally. Think at a 45-degree angle. And you'll be closer to it because you'll have an added vision. This is one of the great secrets. And it's a pleasure for me to introduce it to you.